Hello viewers, good evening. How was your day? This is your friend here, Shubayo Mudupe Johnson, popularly known as Shubayo Mudupe Snails. Tonight, the 9th of July year 2024, I'm showing you how my snails are feeding on a compounded feed. Okay, this video is just to tell you that if you give them good food, they will feed well with it. You can see how that one is licking its mouth. Okay, look at these two. Can you see? When you give them good food, they will rush it and then it will tell on their growth. Sometimes I often hear some snail farmer telling me that their snail don't feed on the food they give to the snail. When I hear or read such comments, I just laugh. You know, these animal, even though they are animal, but they have senses, they have taste, they know what is good for them. Okay, how can you serve me bad food and you expect me to eat it with happiness? No. As it's applicable to human beings, so it is to animals. As it is to human beings, so it is to animals. If you serve them bad food, food that is not sweet, or food that is rotten, or food that has no taste, you don't expect them to feed on such. And here's a typical example. The feed you are seeing here was produced by me. Can you see? Can you see the way they are eating? Can you see the mouth? Can you see that? Look at them. All of them are feeding. As they are feeding, they are praying for me. They are enjoying the meal. They are praying. Okay, and their prayer will be answered because I'm taking good care of them. Okay, can you see? Here I don't use feeder. You can see the way I pour the feed on the floor. This block was broken by them, and that's because they were eating it. Source of calcium. Just as I always tell you that the limestone used in molding this block, the cement, you know, we all know the composition of cement. It's made up of limestone. Look at the way they ate that one with, they've with hollow circle. They ate it in such a way that they even bore a hole there. You can see that was search for calcium. Despite the fact that this feed you are seeing here is very rich in calcium, see, the feed is so sweet. That's why, like, this one crawled from up, down. And you see some of them too, they are still coming. All of them will come down. See, this is about turning. It will come down. This just came down. Okay, so please, if you want the best from your snails, you serve them good food, and then when you give them good food, you see the growth in them. Look at this. Can you see that portion? Can you see that tiny portion? Fresh. That is growth. Okay, it's expanding. You can see the shell is expanding. It's very fresh. It's very tender. Can you see it? That's to show you that the snails are growing. When you give them good food, rich in calcium. Look at the way this is licking its mouth. Can you see? Can you see this too? Can you see? My people, when you give your snail good food, they will eat it, they will rush it, and then they will grow. Can you see? Can you see that? Can you see? They are all enjoying the meal. Don't just feel that when we tell you that snail farming is cheap, that you give them bad food or damaged fruits. When we mention the word damaged fruits, we don't mean rotten fruits. When I tell you that you can give them damaged fruits by my definition are those fruits that are not consumable to human being, that are not good enough for human consumption. How do I mean? For instance, you went to the market to buy pawpaw, or you get to fruit market, those pawpaw that have been pressed, that have been mashed, okay, or those watermelon that have been pressed, that the fruit vendor will not be able to sell to human being again. It's not as if they are spoiled, it's not as if they are bringing out maggots or fungi or whatsoever. No, it's just that they have been pressed. Some oranges have been pressed, or pineapple has been pressed, and they won't be able to sell it again to human being. Look at this. This is about to turn. It's crawled all the way up, from up down, because they smell the food. Snail don't see, they don't have eyes to see, but they have high sense of smell. Okay, snail don't see, they don't have ear. If you shout from now till tomorrow, they will not hear you until when you touch them. And then they don't have eyes to see. Those antenna you are seeing is for them to, it serves like eyes to them, but they don't see actually. If you don't touch it, if they don't feel a touch, they won't know. But they can smell from a distance. They can smell. That's why you are seeing all of them clustering here. Some of them crawl down from up. When they smell the feed, you can see this one's about to turn. Can you see it? It will still turn down to come and eat. All this one you are seeing here, you can see this. See, this is about to turn. You can see this one is about to turn. You can see this one is almost turning. You can see it. So when you give them good food, they smell it from afar and they come. They have high sense of smell. That's one of the strengths that God has given to them. They can smell even though they can't see. Can you see the way they are eating it? The other one is feeding on pawpaw. You can see. So here, I don't have wastage. I know the quantity of it to feed to them. And then I don't have feeder. You can see the way I sprinkle it on the floor. So I don't tell you what I don't practice. I tell you what I practice. So when I talk based on experience. Okay, I tell you what I do. I'm not the type that tell you do as I say. No, I tell you do as I do. Look at the mouth. Can you see? Can you see this too? They are enjoying the meal. Tomorrow, when I come back, we both examine this place to check what food do I have left. Okay, you can see the way they are eating. Can you see? So I'll take it to the other pen. Let's check the activity at the other side. Let's see if they are eating truly, or it's just these bigger ones that are eating. Let's go to the table size there and you see that all of them are eating. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Okay, so here we are. Can you see this table size? Can you see them feeding? Can you see them feeding? And then can you see the evidence of the growth here? Can you see? Can you see that fresh, tender part of the shell, the edge? Can you see how tender it is? So that's an evidence of growth, and that boils down to good feeding. Okay, that boils down to good feeding. Can you see it here too? Can you see it here? Can you see that one? Can you see this one here? This one, can you see it here? That's what you're seeing here. You can see this, you can see that. Look at this. Just look out for the edge. Look out for the edge. Can you see? So good feeding, good food will amount to shared development. Can you see it? Can you see that fresh part? Can you see? Just watch out for the edge. Look at it in this. Can you see it in that one? So when you give your snail good food, they will grow. There's nothing like I give them food and they are not eating. If you give your snail food and they are not eating, it shows that that food is bad. Okay, it shows that that food is bad. Your snail must eat if you give them good food. Can you see the mouth? They are enjoying the meal. Can you see it? Can you see it? They are all busy eating. This is backyard farming. This is smart farming. This is home snail farming. Okay, can you see? And that's why I always tell you that snail farming is very easy to do. It doesn't take your time. Can you see this? This is so it's enjoying its meal that even the inner part is showing. Can you see? It has lost its sense of control. You know, we have some human beings like that, so when they are eating, you know, they are easily carried away. Look at the way it's standing. See the positioning. Yet it's eating. Look at it. Look at the inner part. You know, showing. You know, it couldn't control itself again because it's lost in the enjoyment of the feed. It has gotten lost. Can you see? So my people, if you give your snail good food, they grow. They grow. And at least I've shown you some evidence. See, the growth of your snail can be measured weekly, if not daily. But let's say weekly. If you are observing your snail and you are seeing that the edge, you are not seeing sign of new growth, you know, fresh. Can you see that edge? You are not seeing fresh, tender edge, shell. It shows that your snails are not growing. It shows your snails are not growing. But when you check your snail and you are seeing that fresh, tender edge, it shows they are growing. So I've showed you how to dictate or how to measure the growth of your snails. You can measure the growth of your snails by the edge. You know, by the edge, you are seeing the tender parts growing, coming out. So it shows they are growing. You can see. So it shows this snail is expanding. It shows the shell is expanding, growing. So that is how you know that your snail is growing. Okay, let's check this other one here where I have the juvenile and then the Achancina fulica. Can you see? Can you see the evidence? So obvious. Can you see? So obvious. Look at it here too. So obvious. Very, very obvious. Look at it here. Very, very obvious. Okay, look at the fulica eating, because this place is for fulica actually. Look at this one here. Can you see the growth? Massive. Can you see it? It's massive. So it means this snail has grown from this black portion you are seeing here up to that edge there. So the growth is massive. You can see it, and you can see the way they are feeding on the compounded feed. Okay, here's my incubator. So I incubate here. You can see some of this shell, you know, some of the broken shells, so they came out of it. So, and of course some of those shells too, maybe from bad eggs. Okay, can you see? So I've showed you from the juvenile here, So they grow out here. They grow out, you can see. So I won't be able to show you others, but at least let's limit it to these 3 pen alone. Okay, you can see them eating. This one is still lost. It's still carried away. Look at the positioning. And yet it's eating. That all of them are eating. All of them are eating. So my people, give your snail good food, they grow. And just as a reminder again, today is Tuesday, the 9th of July, year 2024. It's a cool evening, very cool. It's very, very cool. So let's go back to the jumbo trench there. Let's see the ongoing activity there. So here we are back here. We are back here. Can you see? I told you that one was coming down, you see. It's finally down eating. And you see, that one is about taking its U-turn. This one too. You can see this one is about taking its U-turn. See, this one is already finally down. See, this one is finally down. You can see eating. See, this one is finally down too, eating. I told you they will all come down. See, this one is about taking its U-turn. It's almost getting down. See, this one is coming back. You see, it's crawled from up. It's coming down to it. Look at this one. This one has turned back. This one's finally here. This one is almost here. See, that one is coming down. I told you they have high sense of smell. High sense of smell. That's a very great gift that God has given them. So they smell good food. They come to eat. So viewers, I think I've been able to educate you a little bit tonight that the growth of your snail is measurable. You can measure it weekly. And then the growth of your snail is determined by the feed that you give to them. The growth of your snail is determined by the feed you give to them. And I've been able to establish the fact that if your snail refuses to eat, it means that food is bad. If your snail refuses to eat, it means that food is bad. So you should look into that feed. They are telling you, they are giving you a signal, they are telling you a message. If they all refuse to eat, it means that food is bad. I've always also been able to tell you that this feed you are seeing here was produced by me. Okay, it was produced by me. You can see the way they are enjoying it. So if you should order for this feed too, the same way your snails will feed on the feed, and you can see the growth. And one beautiful thing is that this feed you are seeing here is organic, 100%. No growth enhancing nutrient or whatsoever. I didn't add any nutrient here. Everything you are seeing here is natural. You can see some particle of what's it called, maize, wheat offal. Just as I always tell you, that I have 4 different sources of calcium here, and of course I have some other raw material that have been added to make this a complete feed. Okay, and this feed can be tested in any lab for its potency, and then to probably detect if there's any additives. I don't add any additives here. They are purely organic. Purely organic. These are what mouth eats. These are what I put together here. All classes of food, carbohydrates, protein, fat and oil. The only thing is that they come in percentage, in ratio. Look at it, this is coming down too. Okay, so everything has its ratio, You don't just, you know, pour anything and add anything in the name of, okay, I have, okay, wheat offer, this, that. No, it has proportion, it has ratio. If not, and then the ratio is for different age group. The feed formulation for grow out is different from the juvenile, is different from this jumbo you are seeing here. Like this one you are seeing here is over 2 years. This jumbo you are seeing is over 2 years. Okay, and I have some of the, just that, okay, some have been covered. Like this very one you are seeing too here is the same age group. I've sold like this too. So I have them about almost 15 here, of those very large ones. And of course, probably on the farm, but here at home, I have about 15 of them left. So if I should sell this, of course, I bring some back from the farm. So from the stable of November's Farms and Shobayo Mudukwe Snails, I'm wishing you a happy sleep. Okay? I'm wishing you a good sleep. And then I'm wishing us a successful good week, and tomorrow, Wednesday, by His grace. So I hope you've learned one or two things from us. If you have any question or comment, you can drop that on the comment box. Ask us any question at all as it regards snail farming. I promise to do justice to it by God's grace, and everything will be based on my knowledge, my experience. I don't tell you what I don't know. I will tell you what I know and the way it is without hiding anything. Okay? Do you want to start your own snail farm, or you want to resurrect your snail farm, or you want an experienced hand to come and handle your snail farm, or you want a training or consultancy, you can call on us at Shobayo Mudukwe Snails. We'll be willing to offer you our service, and then we can be sure that with our partnership, your success and profit is guaranteed. So I'm wishing you all the best again, once again. Good night and have a night rest. Bye.